Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we bring English to life through the power of stories. Today, we're starting a special series on one of the greatest entertainers of all time, Michael Jackson. This is a journey through his incredible life, from his childhood dreams to the unforgettable mark he left on the world, so you won't miss a thing. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in a small town called Gary, Indiana, in the United States. He was the eighth child in a large family with 9 kids. His parents were Joseph or Joe Jackson and Catherine Jackson. Joe worked in a steel mill, which was hard physical work, and he also played guitar. Catherine loved to sing and play the piano. Michael had 5 brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Randy, and 3 sisters, Rebe, Latoya, and Janet. From a young age, Michael loved music and dancing. He grew up in a house filled with music because his mother loved to sing, and his father, Joe, encouraged his kids to practice music every day. In fact, Joe was strict, sometimes too strict. He wanted his children to succeed, and he pushed them hard. Sometimes Joe's way of pushing his children was harsh, and this strictness made Michael very serious about his dreams from a young age. Michael's big break started when he was just 6 years old. His father noticed how talented Michael was, not only as a singer, but also as a dancer. Joe had already started a band with Michael's older brothers called the Jackson Brothers. But when he saw Michael's talent, he decided to make him the lead singer, even though he was the youngest. In 1964, the group changed its name to the Jackson 5. Michael's voice was strong, and he had an amazing presence on stage even as a young boy. He danced, sang, and entertained with so much energy that people couldn't believe he was only a child. He had a magical way of connecting with the audience that left them in awe. The Jackson 5 began performing in small clubs and talent shows, and they quickly became popular. They practiced every single day, often for hours. They performed all over Indiana and Illinois, and each show helped them grow in confidence. It wasn't long before they caught the attention of music producers. In 1968, the Jackson 5 got a chance that would change their lives. They auditioned for Berry Gordy, the head of Motown Records, a famous music company known for discovering stars. Gordy was impressed with the group's energy and Michael's talent as a singer and dancer. Soon, the Jackson 5 signed a contract with Motown Records, and their lives would never be the same. Under Motown, the Jackson 5 recorded their first single, I Want You Back, in 1969. When the song was released, it quickly became a huge hit, reaching #1 on the charts. Imagine a young Michael Jackson, just 11 years old, hearing his song played all over the radio. It was a dream come true. Their next few singles, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There, were also huge hits. The Jackson 5 became famous all over the United States and even around the world. People loved their music, their dancing, and especially young Michael, who stole the show with his powerful voice and charisma. Even though Michael was now a big star, life wasn't always easy. Fame came with a lot of challenges. Michael had to work very hard, sometimes performing shows and recording songs almost every day. He didn't have a normal childhood as he couldn't go to school like other kids or play with friends. Instead, he was always practicing, performing, or traveling with his family. He also felt a lot of pressure. His father, Joe, wanted the Jackson 5 to stay successful, so he pushed them to always be the best. This pressure made Michael very serious, even though he was so young. While he loved performing, he sometimes felt lonely because his life was so different from other kids his age. Even as a child, Michael dreamed of doing something bigger. He loved being part of the Jackson 5, but he also wanted to make his own music. He admired artists like James Brown and Stevie Wonder, who inspired him to reach for more. By the time he was a teenager, Michael started thinking about a solo career. He wanted to sing songs that reflected his own thoughts and emotions, but he wasn't sure if it would be possible. His family's group was so popular that the idea of breaking away seemed scary. As a teenager, Michael Jackson was becoming restless. He loved the Jackson 5, but he knew he wanted to make music that was truly his own. In 1971, at only 13, Michael released his first solo single, Got to Be There. This was his first step into a solo career, and it showed everyone that Michael was more than just the young lead singer of the Jackson 5. He was a star in his own right. In 1979, Michael released an album called Off the Wall, a huge moment for him as a solo artist. The album was a mix of pop, disco, and funk, and it became an instant success. Songs like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You reached the top of the charts, and Michael's popularity skyrocketed. This was also the beginning of Michael working with producer Quincy Jones, who would become a big part of his success. But Michael wanted more. He wanted to make music that would break boundaries and change pop culture forever. In 1982, he released Thriller, the album that would make him a global superstar and earn him the title King of Pop. Thriller became the best-selling album of all time with hits like Billie Jean, Beat It, and of course, Thriller. The Thriller music video was groundbreaking. It was more than just a video. It was a short movie with incredible dance moves, makeup, and special effects. The zombie dance became famous, and people all around the world tried to copy it. In 1983, Michael performed his famous moonwalk dance move for the first time during a performance of Billie Jean on a TV special called Motown 25. Yesterday, Today, Forever. The moonwalk became one of Michael's signature moves, and it left the audience in awe. This was when Michael's style started to take shape. He wore one glove, sparkly jackets, white socks with black shoes, and a fedora hat. His style became as iconic as his music, and fans everywhere wanted to dress like him. As Michael's fame grew, people noticed that his appearance was changing. He had a skin condition called vitiligo, which caused his skin to lose its color in patches. This led to speculation and rumors, with some people saying he was bleaching his skin. To manage his vitiligo, Michael used makeup to even out his skin tone, which sometimes made him look paler. He also underwent plastic surgery, such as nose jobs, because he was very self-conscious about his appearance. Michael's changing looks became a big topic in the media, and he often felt misunderstood by the public. Personal life and relationships. During the 1980s-1990s, Michael had several close friendships with celebrities, including Elizabeth Taylor, Diana Ross, and Brooke Shields. He also dated briefly, but he was often private about his relationships. In 1994, he shocked the world by marrying Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley. Their marriage was highly publicized, and people were curious about their relationship. However, after 2 years, they divorced in 1996. In 1997, Michael married Debbie Rowe, a nurse who had worked for his dermatologist. Together they had 2 children, a son, Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., often called Prince, and a daughter, Paris Michael Catherine Jackson. Michael was overjoyed to become a father, and he loved his children deeply. His marriage to Debbie didn't last long, and they divorced in 1999, but Michael retained custody of his children. Later in 2002, Michael had a 3rd child, Prince Michael Jackson, the second, also known as Blanket, through a surrogate mother. Michael was very protective of his children and tried to give them a loving private life despite the constant media attention. In the 2000s, Michael faced serious challenges. He was accused of inappropriate behavior, which led to a highly publicized court case. He went through a long and stressful trial, but was eventually found not guilty on all charges in 2005. This period was difficult for Michael as the negative media coverage took a toll on his mental health. He felt deeply hurt and betrayed, and he became more reclusive, choosing to stay away from the public eye. Despite these struggles, Michael remained passionate about music. He announced a comeback tour in 2009 called This Is It, which was set to be a series of 50 concerts in London. Fans were thrilled and eagerly awaited his return to the stage. Michael spent months rehearsing, working hard to make the shows unforgettable. On June 25, 2009, the world received shocking news. Michael Jackson had died at the age of 50. He had suffered a cardiac arrest at his home in Los Angeles. The cause of his death was later found to be an overdose of a powerful sedative, which his doctor had prescribed. Michael's death stunned fans, friends, and family around the world. People couldn't believe that the king of pop was gone. Millions of fans mourned his death, and tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. Michael's family held a memorial service on July 7, 2009 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Many celebrities and close friends paid their respects, and his daughter Paris gave a heartfelt speech saying, "Daddy has been the best father you could ever imagine." Even after his death, Michael Jackson's influence on music, dance, and pop culture continues to be felt around the world. His songs are timeless. His dance moves are still admired and copied, and he is remembered as one of the greatest performers in history. Michael's life was filled with triumphs and challenges, love and loneliness, but through it all, he remained dedicated to his art. Michael Jackson's story is one of talent, dedication, and an everlasting impact on the world of music. He wasn't just an entertainer. He was a visionary who changed what music and dance could be. His life reminds us that even the greatest stars can face darkness, but they still shine bright in our memories. Michael Jackson will forever be remembered as the king of pop, a title that captures the incredible mark he left on our hearts.